Hello, Steve White, Steve White 9. Well, it is Friday the 13th, and I'm celebrating as usual, but this year hasn't quite gone as planned. And there's no news. I was expecting something, but I haven't been able to find anything on the new series. We all know that Brian Fuller was basically, Jason took care of him, and they've gone in a totally new direction. We have no idea what's really happening. A few sort of random comments and hints, but we really don't know what's happening with that. My plans, I actually normally watch a marathon of the movies each year, and I actually watch, someone edited together the movies without any credits and without repeating scenes and cutting out. There's also a version of Part 5 called the name of those really annoying hillbilly characters. They cut them out and they call their last name Cut. I can't remember what it's called now. I normally watch that. And last Friday the 13th, which was only a month or so ago in October, I actually just watched the DVDs and watched the full films. And I really wanted, because the picture quality is pretty good, but I've got the first 3 films on Blu-ray, but not the whole series, because they did this special edition which you couldn't get in Australia, and I kind of forgot, okay, you can't get the special features and all that, but there's a regular edition that we've got of all the films on Blu-ray, just without the extra features disc, and it's just the straight movies. So you can watch the films in Blu-ray each year with that sort of quality. So I thought, well, I'll buy it for next Friday the 13th, which was December. And I just got busy and forgot. By the time I remembered, it was too late to get it by mail. So I'll have to do it next Friday the 13th, which is until June. Friday the 13th is, 6 months into the year, 6 months away, and it's the only Friday the 13th we have for the whole year. But it is June. June is the first Friday the 13th, I believe, is June. And it's like 45 years. So it should be the 45th anniversary of the original film being released in 2025. So that's nice to have a Friday the 13th in June on what I think is the anniversary, unless I'm remembering incorrectly. But so I'm sure within 6 months I can manage to remember to order the Blu-ray set. And it was only like $60 or something. So I just meant to do it, forgot, and then by the time I remembered, it was like not going to be able to get here in time. So it's like, well, just go back to watching, the regular marathon that you normally do, assuming they're still online. And, you watched the full films last time, so it'll be a little bit, different. And then you can go back to watching the full films again in Blu-ray this time, next year when we have another Friday the 13th. But I must admit, it was a hassle having Friday the 13th in September, because it was a couple of days after the anniversary of Star Trek, and I wanted to do a big Star Trek marathon. I was in a Star Trek mood, and I had to switch over to Friday the 13th, and sort of the same now. I was watching Turtles, and I wanted to watch Voltron and some other things, but it's Friday the 13th, so I have to sort of watch Friday the 13th while it's Friday the 13th, because I only watch Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th, and there isn't another Friday the 13th until June. So here I am, and I was supposed to start at 12. I usually start at 12 just after midnight on Thursday, get the first few films watched, and then do the rest a bit earlier in the evening and get them all watched, in Friday the 13th, technically on that date. But it's still 4 a.m. and I haven't got it started yet because I'm doing other things, and it's like I've got too many things to do, and I didn't get ready for it. So I don't know how you people celebrate Friday the 13th. I know some people just watch it whenever they feel like it. I only watch it on Friday the 13th to make it special, to limit it, so I only watch it a couple of times a year. So I don't watch too much, because when I was younger I watched Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, all those films all the time, and they just lost their impact. I just got so used to them, and then what I found when I didn't watch them for a while, I'd sort of forget little things, and it sort of, make it a little bit more impactful than when I was watching it so often I just, remembered every sort of shot. Whereas now, this is only watch them once or twice a year, and a lot of the times I'm too busy to sit and watch them properly, because I have insomnia and permanent sleep deprivation, so I can't sit down and really watch a film and just not do something. I always have to be doing something and having the film on at the same time. So I often miss big sections of the film. So when I actually sat down last year and watched them, and I did take multiple attempts to watch the films, I kept falling asleep and nodding off multiple times each film, but I did get through them. And there were so many shots that I forgot and scenes that I forgot and things because I have just been watching them half watching them in marathon form over the years. And the point of that also is you do miss stuff that you do catch other times, whereas if you sit down and watch them properly each time, you're more likely to remember the scenes. So it's a way of just, keeping them alive in a sense, and not watching them to death. But that's about it. No new merchandise, no nothing, just, yeah. But I think by next Friday the 13th, I'm not only going to get the films, I'm going to sort of get some of the merchandise. There's some new NECA, well, not new, they're new to me, but they've been out for a few years, different NECA, Jasons, and some other merchandise I haven't really done. But I'm going to catch up on my Friday the 13th merchandise before the next Friday the 13th. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and how do you celebrate Friday the 13th?